Hi, Emily. Good morning. Hi, Jason. I thought I'll just create this quick video and walk you through the work I've been doing in the test environment. So this video, the first video is going to talk about the ABM annual appraisal process. So I took inputs from Jason as to what he's on to build this process. So what we'll be looking at this video is how an ABM annual appraisal process would look like in the system. We'll be using the goals and performance module in order to review this entire appraisal process. Oh, the major areas what we'll be focusing on this video is how an employee evaluation is done, how a participant feedback is collected, how a manager evaluates the performance, and how an employee acknowledges the feedback provided by the manager. So this video will look into all these aspects. So there'll be an I'll create two, three other videos which talks about how the career development happens. How an employee can add the personal goals in order uh, to have a career development for their future career development, how they could plan their career development. We'll talk about succession planning. That's using the succession plan module. We'll see how one job, if a person is trying to leave a job, how the system would identify the next best person who could replace him. So we'll use that. We'll see that in another video using succession planning module, and we'll also look at the talent review, which talks about the overall performance and the competencies of the employee. So yeah, back onto this video, we're going to look at the overall ABM annual appraisal process. So what we'll see right now is that there are three people in this entire demo. That is Tina Royal, who will be the manager, Wayne Haynes, who is the employee, and Sai, who will be a participant. So Wayne Haynes, I'm logged in as Wayne Haynes. I report to Tina Royal, and Tina Royal is the manager of Wayne Haynes. And Wayne also has worked on other projects which are not where Tina Royal is not the manager, but someone else. So how Tina Royal can also collect feedback from the other manager on Wayne Haynes on how did he work on that particular project. We're going to also see that in this particular demo. So yeah. So what I'll do is that I'm an employee. I've been notified by the HR that there is a performance appraisal template assigned to me, and I would also see that in the bell icon at the top. So how do I navigate as an employee? How do I navigate to that performance appraisal template? Is that I would uh, I would just go into if you see the navigation, that's how I would go into me. I'll click on career and performance, then click on performance tab. Then choose my business title, my active business title, which is a district manager. So I'll select that. And the review period, as Jason mentioned, it would be the ABM annual review period 2021, because this is for the 2021 review. But again, if it's 2000, like the review period changes year by year, but since we are going through 2021, that's what you would see. And if you see at the bottom, you will see that the the ABM annual performance 2021 template is there, and currently you see that my the employee task is 0 out of 4. So I need to go ahead and complete this, and right now I'm in the worker self evaluation task. So as an employee, I will just go ahead and click on the ABM annual performance 2021 to go ahead and rate myself and complete that process. So yeah, I click on that. So the employee sees here, once he clicks on the template, he sees the 4 sections, that is the document details, the ABM performance overall summary, and the evaluation topics. Now the employee needs to the goals are automatically assigned to the employee. However, since I just added a goal, they're not refreshed. So the employee, this is an additional step which the employee doesn't need to do it, but I just need to go ahead and refresh my goals so that I can see the goals which have been assigned to me. So typically what happens is that the HR notifies the employee that the goals have been assigned to them, or or the manager lets them know that the goals are assigned to them. So yeah, right now I'll go ahead and refresh my goals so that I can see the goals which have been assigned to me. Actions, update goals. So once I click on update goals, okay. So these were the goals which have been added. So now, assigned to me. Now, once I refresh it, I will go ahead and evaluate them as an employee. So I would like to go ahead and rate myself. I can go ahead and now these ratings are provided by, like, I've designed this rating. So uh, yeah, okay. I think I exceeded the expectations. So here is where as an employee, I would put my comments here as to why did I exceed expectations. Yeah. So as an employee, I'm rating my goals here as to why why do I rate myself as exceed expectations, and the employee would put the comments here in the comment box. So I put all of this here. So the second goal I created was to achieve 100% compliance with Sarbins. That's just a sample goal. So I see that, yeah, I meet expectations, and I would like to comment on it as to why I met that expectations and why did I give that rating. So the employee can make a comment there. But now this is the overall rating that as an employee I have to rate myself overall for these goals. So I think that as an employee, I think that I have overall exceeded the expectations. And why do I think that I exceeded the expectations is where I give my comments here, and then go ahead and click on save and close. So here is where I, as an employee, would log in and then give my overall 2021 performance rating. I would award a rating for myself, and why. Uh, Overall, in the year, I think I whatever is it exceeding expectations, or what do I think about my performance is where I go ahead and click on edit here, and we yeah. Can click on edit and put the employee rating as exceed expectations or meet expectation. We can also this is something I just created for demo purposes, but again we can have rating as to 1:5, one being the lowest and five being the top, or one being the greatest and five being not so great. So that all can be tweaked and designed. But this is as an employee right now, this is my last tab wherein I will say this is what I think for the year of 2021, I exceed expectations, and yeah, I click on save. So once that's done, I would go ahead and click on submit. And if there's a workflow, if there's an approval workflow, then it will go through an approval. But this is the last tab, and it would go back. If you see here, I as a worker self evaluation is done, and now it goes back into the manager evaluation, and I would log in as Tina Royal and show you how the evaluation works. So I'm logging in as Tina Royal, who's the employee manager. So I just logged in as Tina Royal, and I'm going to go ahead and rate the employee. So I'm going to my team, click on my team, click on Wayne Haynes. And show more, click on performance, click on no participants. On this page, the manager, who's Tina Royal, uh, is can also ask outside of her team, like other managers, feedback on this particular person, that is Wayne Haynes. So this is how she does it. Clicks on add, and then she can ask another line manager, because this employee of this team member of hers was working for another team for like 3 months. So she's going to select that particular participant who can be a line manager, and let's assume that that is me. That I'm the participant whom Tina Royal is asking the feedback on Wayne. So yeah, that's how she selects and clicks on submit. Yeah. So Sai would get a note asking for participant feedback. So here is where the line manager, that is Tina Royal, is putting a due date on asking Sai that he needs to provide feedback on one of his team members before, like 24th or 25th, whatever date the manager can choose, and ask them to provide feedback before a set date. And if they don't send feedback before that set date, then this feedback form expires, and they will not be able to provide any feedback. And I click on submit here. Now I logged in as Sai. Sai is a participant. So Tina Royal is asking this participant to give feedback. So Sai, once he logs in, he can click on the bell icon, and you will see that they can directly click over here and give the feedback, or I can just show you the navigation on how they could go. That I would go into me, click on career and performance, click on performance. Now, do you see that tab? It says participant feedback for others, and this is pending. It says pending status, and it is due by 3/24/2021. So that's today. And here I log in, and then I click on edit and give feedback on that particular person. So Sai knows that he's giving feedback for Wayne Haynes. If you see on the top, so he's giving feedback to on Wayne Haynes, and this will go to his manager. On save. Go in and then provide my rating. Click on save and close. Once the participant looks into this, then they click on submit, and it's done. And if you see here, it says the feedback is completed, and the participant and requested by Tina Royal, that's completed on Wayne Haynes. Yeah. Now I'm logging in back as the manager, that is Tina Royal, and I want to check what's the feedback of Sai, and yeah. I just received the feedback. So as a manager, I'm going to go ahead and check here. I can click on the bell icon and check here. Or I can just click on participants and click here as well. Then I click on view feedback. And I see this feedback from the participant. It says meet expectation, rating as meets expectation. So, and so I would also like to see what Wayne has given himself the rating for. So let me check that as well. So what did he rate himself? So I'm going to check that as well. So I click on back and I click on annual performance 2021. Click on edit. Okay, and so as Tina Royal, I see that Haynes said that he's exceeding expectation. He gave a rating to himself as exceeding expectation, and the comments provided by that you can also see here down, and here is where I'm putting my evaluation on my particular team member. Save. Okay. The rating and comments. So as a line manager, I give my comments. So this summary and okay. Click on save and close. I click on submit. And it says share the performance document. Now, this is where I would go ahead and share the performance document. Now, as Tina Royal, since I gave my rating to my team member, I want to share this document with my employee. So I would click on ABM Annual Performance 2021. And I click on share and release. I have two options here. Do I want to share my feedback and rating to the employee, that's my team member? I can share and release, or I can just share and retain, which means that it will not be sent to the employee, but it will still remain in the system. But in this case, I would like to share and release so that my employee gets to see my rating and what comments I provided. So I click on share and release. Click on submit. Yeah. Okay. And it's right now with the employee. It says worker final feedback. So let me log in as that employee. Now I'm logged in as Wayne Haynes. And if you see the bell icon, I see that there is a notification, which means in the notification, if the employee clicks on it, it says that this is the annual performance rating which their manager has given. They can directly click on here, but I would rather go through the normal navigation, that is me, career and performance. So I click on me, I click on career and performance, then I click on performance. And click on ABM Annual Performance 2021. Provide any final feedback comments on your evaluation. I can click on yes. Click on submit. Now the process is completed. I can go and, as an employee, I can go ahead and print. Uh, I can just go ahead and print my overall performance and rating. I can click on print and I can just do a print. So this is how the employee, when the employee gives a printout, this is how it looks like, the evaluation, and this is how it would display. If you see here, the manager tab is empty here because I've I've not I didn't want that to be shown. So, uh, but yeah, if you want the manager comments and feedback to be shown, I could enable that. But for this demo, I did not enable it. Yeah.